This is Shelley Craft coming to you live on SNNLive. We're at the Cambridge House International Toronto Resource Investment Conference 2012. I am with Mark Kolebaba of Diamonds North, Uranium North, symbols DDN on the TSX Venture and UNR on the TSX Venture. Mark, welcome back to SNNLive.
Well, thank you very much, Shelley. I appreciate the opportunity to get together with you again.
Okay, so now you have a choice. You could start with either company, but let's get an update.
Okay. Yeah, the two companies, Diamonds North and Uranium North, they're both involved in a joint venture in Washington, looking at gold and base metal projects, but mostly focused on gold.
Diamonds?
Well, we're not doing a lot of diamonds these days. The opportunity for us is really to look at gold in places like Washington, places that haven't been looked at for a lot of years, and I think it's a great opportunity for the two companies.
So, Mark, I want to ask you. You could be anywhere in the world, but you picked Washington, the United States of America. Why?
Well, what we like about Washington is, first of all, the geology. We think it's very prospective. And it's been a lot of years since people have explored in Washington. And one of the things we really like is one of the mines is called the Buckhorn Mine. It's operated by Kinross. They have a mill there, and that mill is at, say, half capacity, and they only have about 3.5 years of mine life. So we want to explore around that mill. There's infrastructure, and hopefully we can find something very quickly that will add a lot of value.
So do you think what do you think?
Well, it is a mining district. It's got a long history. It's been there's been mining there since 1896, and some of the projects that we've started to explore are giving us some very good results so far.
You might find silver too, right?
Well, in fact, most of the projects that we have, it's gold with silver, and we've got some very high numbers on the silver side of it.
Because you're not far away from some major veins.
Well, the area that we're close to is Republic. There's probably been about 2.4 million, 2.6 million ounces of gold mined, and a lot of silver with that. And
you're in a friendly confine with roads and people to work it, and they need jobs. I mean, I'm beginning to get the picture.
For us, it's low-cost exploration with a lot of really great opportunities equal to anything we'd find in the north, and the people do support what we're doing.
So at what stage are you?
Well, we're at the early stage. This year we acquired about 10 projects. We've gone through an initial program on all of those. 3 of those probably will fall to the wayside. 2 are low priority, but the rest of them are quite high priority, with 2 of them ready to drill in about in a couple of months' time.
So now the real money has to come in to get those drill programs going, correct?
That's right, and we're looking forward to that, and I think getting the drill on the ground is our chance to really add some value.
So you're really at a critical point, and you're a publicly traded company, so your investors must be going, they're holding their breath, they're wishing you luck, they're praying for you.
Well, if you look at the north, the north was a pretty tough place for us in the last few years. The costs are huge. Investors recognize that it's probably about 80% cheaper for us to explore in the south, places like Washington, so they're quite relieved that we're looking at Washington.
Yeah, because you can play around all year.
And that's right, we can play around all year, and that's a big part of what we like about this. All year exploration at 80% less dollars and just as much prospectivity. In fact, maybe a little bit more prospectivity, because if you find 250,000 ounces or 500,000 ounces, it's still worth something. In the north, if you find 1 million ounces, depending on the grade, it's probably not of interest to anybody.
But out of everything you told me, 2 things stand out. A, Kinross, and B, they got 3.5 years left on their deposit.
That's right. For us, we like that timeline. We've got 3.5 years, 3 years to find something that hopefully will excite them, and we've got a built-in exit strategy with that with that exploration we're doing.
And ladies and gentlemen, they're probably watching what goes on here. Little known fact, eh?
Yeah, thanks. I hope so.
So anyway, where do you go from here? Anything you want to share?
Well, we've done a first pass on most of our projects. We're going to finish that off over the next couple of months, and we want to get ready and prepared for the drill programs ahead, which is hopefully in December and in January.
So this is a quintessential junior company, ladies and gentlemen. You know, with a guy that's been there, done that. So what is your website?
Diamonds North is www.diamondsnorth.com, and Uranium North is www.uraniumnorth.com.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mark Kolebaba of those two companies, and the symbols are DDN on the TSX-V, UNR on the TSX-V. I'm Shelley Kraft. This is SNNLive. We are at the Cambridge House International Toronto Resource Investment Conference 2012. Thanks for coming on to SNNLive.
Thanks
Always
very much.
good to have you.
Really appreciate it.
Thank you for taking the time to come by.
Thank you for having me. Thank you.